Yes, Johnny Mathis, one of the great romantic singers in the world. That program was taped last year during a tour that Johnny had in England. An example of the kind of marvelous programming that can come your way over public television, Vermont Educational Television. But we need your help to keep it that way. That's the message, plain and clear, that we're all trying to give you during this special 2-week period of fundraising on Vermont ETV. About 40 times a year we do this. We come to you and say, we hope you've enjoyed the programs that you've watched tonight, or last week, or for the last several months. But in order to keep them on the air, our particular brand of television, non-commercial television, needs your help. And we get all kinds of help to do that. We get an appropriation from the state of Vermont. We get funds from the federal government through the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. Those funds, by the way, have to be matched by other sources, in order for us to get them. We turn those dollars right around, and with the other stations in the public broadcasting service, we purchase the programs through a cooperative effort to send your way. But we need you. You're a cog in that circle that we're trying to create there. So we use our own air. I mean, if you had a television station that depended on the public for support, you'd come right into everybody's living room through the tube, over those cameras, and ask for it, wouldn't you? Well, that's what we're doing. We're asking you to link yourself with us through your telephone. Now, that means you've got to get out of your easy chair, off the sofa, off the floor, wherever you are, and go make that first phone call. That number is 655-1100 in Vermont. If you're outside Vermont, it's area 802, and you might have to tack a 1 ahead of the 802. That's if you're in New York, or up there in Canada, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, anywhere where Vermont Educational Television is a companion of yours in your living room while we're speaking to you. You may already be a member, in which case, if you've been thrilled by the previous program or been thrilled by those, let's say over the last 6 months, and you became a member 9 months ago, and you're thinking, gosh, I should send something back to them. Well, do it now. Very simple. Just go to that telephone, pick it up, and dial. Your contribution is tax deductible, either in Canada or the United States, and you can do it by MasterCharge or ChargeX or Visa if you want. Just make sure you have your card out and the numbers are there. What you're doing, all of you, when you do that, is helping to keep television in your home beautiful, like this.
Only a few short years ago, public television was born. Yet we've already brought you some of the freshest, most original programs you've ever seen. And if you take good care of us, we'll grow up. And as we grow, we'll fill your screen with more beautiful hours of television than you can imagine. More exquisite music. More stunning drama. More breathtaking dance. More intelligent humor. More enchanting children's shows. And more beautiful insight. It won't take much. Just a little tender, loving care.
All right, translate that into the programs which you enjoy by name. The children's programs, Sesame Street and Zoom and Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, the good public affairs programs, the fine music, the fine drama, all the programs which have become familiar company in your home over Vermont Educational Television. Take your help to keep them there. To become a member of Vermont ETV is a $20 contribution. You know what that breaks down to on a weekly basis? 38 cents. On a daily basis, 5 cents a day. Not much, really, for the pleasure, enjoyment, instruction, which you can get day in and day out on Vermont Educational Television. We have a goal for these 2 weeks of $75,000, and right now we're at $41,805. A little bit beyond halfway, a little bit beyond halfway in the nights we are doing the fundraising. We also have a goal for members, or those who call in with a pledge. That goal is $3,750. We're falling a little bit behind on that, $1,805. But the dollars are there, and it's the dollars that keep the programs coming to you. So make up your mind exactly what Vermont Educational Television is worth to you, and then take that second step of going to the telephone and making that call. It's an example of the exciting kind of programming which public broadcasting, I say public broadcasting, I mean both television and radio, is bringing your way is this Thursday night when Don Giovanni is live from the Met at 8 o'clock with Joan Sutherland and James Morris. And if you can receive Vermont Public Radio on your dial on 89.5, their station is down in Windsor. Some people up here in the Chittenden County area can get it. Certainly those down on the other side of the state can. Well, you can tune into it live on stereo and watch it on Vermont Educational Television, a simulcast, a new benefit of public broadcasting in Vermont. That's the kind of broadcasting that Vermont ETV wants to keep bringing you. That kind of service into your home. You spend an awful lot of time in front of that television set. I dare you to add it up. All the hours your whole family spends in front of it. What kind of programming are you getting for your dollar? You're paying for it either way. There's either a little bit tacked onto the cereal or the candy bar or the gasoline or something like that, or much more direct. Are those of us at Vermont Educational Television coming directly to you and say, please be thoughtful about the worth of public programs in your home. Think about it. Think when the last time was that you decided something was worthwhile enough to pay for. This time we give it to you first, and then we say, help us, won't you? Think of the kids' programs, because that's where public television made its mark. And here they all are laid out for you to think of your children, your grandchildren, or your neighbors, and what they're getting from them.
Some of the best things for your kids are free on public television. Keep all the good things coming. Participate in public broadcasting and help support quality children's programming on Vermont ETV.
That's right, C is for children. Vermont Educational Television, public television, feels that's extremely important in their list of programs. The programs given to the children, the programs that they learn from. Learn all kinds of things, not only the letters and the numbers, but how to cooperate, how to get along with people. If you haven't taken the time to watch Sesame Street recently, do it. It's a lot of fun. You know what's coming up next? Only on public television could you see this. The meeting of the minds. You'll have the opportunity to meet Voltaire, Martin Luther, Florence Nightingale, and Plato. Not individually, but to see them in discussion with each other over, really, generations of time. A fascinating show that should really keep you involved as you watch it for the next hour. And only on public television you're going to find that kind of programming. If those of you who enjoy it, those of you who appreciate it, those of you who want to see public television grow with better programs, more programs, it's good to repeat because some people miss a program, but sometimes we only have the repeats to show too. We would like to do more original programming here in the United States, and it's very expensive. And when it's expensive, we pay for it, and we have to pass it on to you. So, as I said earlier, sit back just for a moment. Think about the worth of public television, Vermont Educational Television, in your home. Think of how your contribution is recycled right back to you with good programs, and then go make that phone call. And you have an added bonus tonight when you make that phone call. You talk to some of the students from Champlain Valley Union High School, all in the Honor Society, all very bright and alert, and some of them I don't think have had a phone call this evening here in the back row. And we'd hate to send them home shortly without having the opportunity to talk to a new committed member of the Vermont Educational Television family. So make that phone call. Make that phone call right away. Don't only make it for me because I'm asking or the volunteers are here, but make it for the staff and crew who are here at Vermont Educational Television. One of them, Jerry Jones, in the director's booth right now. And here's Jerry on the screen.
Hello, I'm Jerry Segrist Jones. This is the first time I've been on this side of the camera. My job here at ETV is to research, write, produce, and direct documentaries and special programs. Naturally, I'm concerned with the production costs of these projects. I'm proud of the fact that Vermont ETV can produce quality programs with an unusually small number of multi-talented people. In fact, our entire staff, including the engineers who operate and maintain the mountaintop transmitters and microwave relay system, only totals 47. I call that cost-effective. And that small number is nothing short of remarkable for a television network of 7 different stations. We are a small group, and we are a dedicated group. We're proud of our work, and I want you to know that we appreciate your support. Thank you for participating in public broadcasting here in Vermont. You make all the difference. Right?
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you very much indeed. Couldn't have said it better myself, and I keep trying, as you people at home are learning this evening. I wish you would keep trying by going to that telephone and making that telephone call. It's the only way to close the link between Vermont Educational Television, gives you the program, and you who view the programs. I mentioned $20 as a membership in Vermont ETV. Well, if you can only afford $5, then that is a meaningful, worthwhile gift to us. Pick up the phone and make that pledge of $5. We will immediately get in the mail to you a reminder and a postpaid reply envelope and all kinds of other information, and you can ship that check right back to us. Now, on the other end of the scale, if you go as high as $35, here is a Vermont ETV tote bag, which says the message that all of us keep giving you: Vermont ETV carries the best. And you can walk up and down the streets proudly proclaiming your membership in Vermont ETV, and we'd be extra special happy if you'd fill it with greenbacks and ship it right back to us. It's a tax-deductible contribution, of course, and you can do it on your Bank AmeriCard, your MasterCharge, or your ChargeX just by having all the numbers there in your hand when you give us that call. But that is the first step. That first step is you going to your telephone, making that decision to commit yourself to helping maintain public broadcasting over Vermont ETV. Remember that goal we have? We're after the number of people who can make the calls. We'd like 3,750. We're at 1805. The goal of 75,000, well, we're close to 42,000 on that one. I think we've probably passed 42,000 in this several minutes right now. The next program coming up, Meeting of the Minds, Steve Allen, which will give you the opportunity, as I mentioned earlier, to meet Voltaire, Martin Luther, Florence Nightingale.